Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning. It's time for Coffee Ann on ON, AM, and FM. Tuesday morning, it's February 21st. Thanks for joining us. My name is Joe Callahan. With me at the Coffee Ann table, Linda Tebow. Good morning to you there, Linda.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here with us. Made it in through the snow, I see.
I did.
Good for you. Ed Carew is here from the Carew Investment Group. Hi, Ed.
Hello there.
Who also made it in through the snow.
I did.
Your Genesis told you it's snowing?
It said it's snowing on my Genesis.
Quick, get a tarp.
Yeah.
Cover me up, bring me inside kind of thing.
Yeah.
What a great car. Anyway.
I know.
We got things to get to talk about here in the Coffee Ann program, but first, Ed Carew's got a message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, you can call me, Ed Carew, or you can call my son, Paul Carew, at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thank you. Now, Ed, I thought I heard
Yes?
the people in the know, the money people on the federal level, are all crying out for another quarter-point interest rate.
Yeah,
Isn't it too soon to be saying
end of March.
the
next
end
meeting,
of March?
The next meeting is at the end of March.
So
March
6
22nd,
weeks.
I believe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we raise it again. Or you think they'll raise it again. Or
At
probably.
At this point, yes, but that's not opposite what I had said earlier. I said we would get one in January,
Right.
and I thought we might get one in March. So
Okay.
So far, I'm sticking with it.
But didn't you also say that it takes like 6 months
Yeah.
for the interest rate to see what happens?
It takes at least 6 months before the first one kicks in.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, aren't they putting the horse before the cart?
I think they may be overdoing
Good cliche,
it.
huh?
I think they may be overdoing it, but
All right.
the Federal Reserve has a history of waiting too long to start raising rates and waiting too long to
pull
stop
it back.
raising rates,
All right.
therefore throwing you into a recession. That's
Okay,
the way
that's
it's been.
just history. That's just,
That's the way it's always been.
Always been.
It's
Mhm.
it's like they don't see the signs or don't interpret the signs or don't give it enough time to kick in. Like right now might be a good time to pause. But I think we're going to get another quarter point in March, and hopefully they sit down on their hands for a while and just let's see what's going on.
okay.
So the last inflation number that came out last week, the consumer price index and the producer price index was stronger than expected. So that's why all of a sudden they're all in a tizzy saying, "Oh, it's not working." Well, if you look at a longer term graph of the past 6 to 8, 9 months, well, it is working. Just because you get one number does not make a trend.
Right. Okay. But I'm also seeing this someone, I wish I could remember his name. It's he's screaming, the sky is falling, and he's saying it's like a big disaster is on the horizon.
Well, you get some of those guys that are always screaming in one direction or the other.
Yeah.
I think got to get attention somehow.
Well, I guess. So I'm like,
That's one thing about CNBC that I dislike. If the market is going up, they trot out all these guys who say it's going to go to this level and that level. It's never going to come down again. It's
Ever?
They get all these guys, and then when it's going down, they
Yeah.
start bringing out the doomsday guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, just shut up.
we can't have that.
Show
It's
me
TV.
the real numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
Show me the earnings. Show me the revenue. Show me that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I don't want to see some jabroni come out there and say we're going to 3,000 on the S&P. Why? Because
I think so.
yeah.
Okay, well, just to keep track of these things. That's why we put Ed
That's
on
why
this.
we have Ed.
That's
yeah.
right.
He watches out for us.
I like try to be the voice of reason.
All right. We did have a note that was called in on a completely different note, and it's just in this person's, and you can call them in too, by the way, 766-1240. And just in this person's opinion, the best sport to watch, and he ranked them, or she ranked them. Number 1, football. Number 2, hockey. And it says, boy, these guys are skilled. I mean, they do it on skates, and at the incredible speed that they do it at, and it's amazing. 3 is baseball, and baseball's a science. If you think it's boring, then you don't know much about the game. NBA is a distant 4th, and then and the NCAA is much better. NCAA basketball is much better than the NBA basketball. So. And growing up, I always tried to rank. What's your favorite sport? And it always went in whatever season we were in, and it just kept switching. I said I really can't rank them. But what's my favorite? Because in the springtime it's baseball, in the fall it's football, and in wintertime hockey. It always keeps switching. So I said I really can't rank them. They're all kind of, to me, they're all on the par, except basketball, just a little bit lower than those 3, but I like NCAA basketball, so I think because they're trying harder. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, any thoughts on ranking of sports to watch?
I'm with you. Football and football season, baseball and baseball season,
Okay.
and the rest of the year, I could care less.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, I agree with that too. I absolutely agree with that.
Okay.
But those are the sports we grew up with.
Exactly.
There was
exactly.
also the NBA, but
Yeah.
I never got into that
Yeah,
too much. I was
we
in
never
college
got much
basketball.
into basketball either. Dave likes to watch the golf matches. There's some skill there, a lot of skill there.
Well, yeah, because
And
it looks like they're doing it so easy.
Yeah.
But you try to hit that ball straight.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God, is that a difficult
Yeah, and
activity?
it's kind of a peaceful, unlike hockey.
It's too peaceful.
Huh? I know, that's what my father used to
He's
say. You watch him
approaching
chase
the
a little ball
green.
around.
And everybody shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
too
do you
quiet.
know? Have you ever seen there are actual people at the big tournaments
Yeah.
that got the signs that say
Yeah.
quiet?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
He's
I've
a-
been. Have you ever been to one?
Well,
live?
no.
Yeah, Dave took me. We were. Where did we go? Pleasant Valley. And it's in person. It's a whole lot
Well,
more
a bit different,
interesting.
I bet.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it was nice. You're out in the fresh air. You walk, and But there is the
Yeah,
quiet.
you follow your favorite
We
golfer,
did. We
right?
did. Yeah. It was, and it
All
was. It was nice. It was nice. I don't know if I'd want to keep doing it, but it was a one time. Yeah.
All
one-time
right.
Thing, yeah.
And one sport you didn't mention was
What's that?
NASCAR.
NASCAR Daytona. Did you watch that? This
No,
weekend?
no, I'm
You're
not
not a
a NASCAR fan.
No.
Okay.
Cars driving in a circle.
Well, it's a rite of spring in my house, so we watch it. That's the, Dave's a
See,
big
this
NASCAR.
is the criticism I have
Yeah.
for NASCAR, and it's just in baseball, the World Series is at the end, and Stanley Cup's at the end of the season,
Right.
and the Super Bowl's at the end of the season. NASCAR's best race, their biggest race of the season, is the first one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
That should be at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's not this. They don't have a Super Bowl.
Oh, no,
yeah,
they don't.
This is it. Yeah.
I mean, they tried to crown a champion. I know it was the longest one in history. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
so, no. It's,
See, we watched that too.
see, all us other non-NASCAR fans, all you got to do is tune in for the last lap. That's all the ones that really matters.
Well, and there is. It's like go round, go round, go round. Whoops, accident. Go round. Start all over again. Round.
Yeah, that gets boring.
It
Once
is,
there's an accident,
But
then
the stands were full. Of,
Well, it's always
sure.
packed.
full,
yeah,
full
definitely.
of
But
people.
their TV ratings have been steadily going down.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. But the Daytona's a big deal, and is there still a
Big
waiting
deal.
list to get tickets to go to that event?
Probably the place. I mean, it's packed.
Yeah.
It's packed.
And the only thing I've read about if you go to a NASCAR event, what you're supposed to do is, well, you don't have to, but to make it more interesting is you buy a scanner before you go to the race. You can buy them at the race, but they're really expensive. If you buy a scanner before the race, and because they pass out the frequencies that the driver and their pit crew is on.
uh-huh.
So you tune in your favorite racer, and you tune in to them, so you can hear them talking back and forth.
Oh,
And so
Well,
the
I
right
think-
tire is not right, or something
Well,
wobbly, and
talk about being a science. I mean,
Well, yeah.
That is truly,
Yeah.
the tire pressure and the right
Yes.
gas and the right fuel and this and that. Yeah.
Well, when I read about that, it said, but be warned, if something's going wrong with the car, they don't hold back on what they say.
Well, right. Well, of course. Yeah.
So
Sure,
you
I'm
may, if you're offended easily,
Yeah.
you're going to get
I'm
some of the
sure.
saltier language.
Yeah, well,
But they also said if things are going well and there's nothing wrong with the car and you're in the middle of the race, it gets dull.
yeah.
They're talking about where they're going to go eat later. There's nothing car related to talk about right now because everything's okay. And do you have enough gas? And yes, I do. And all right, we're in lap 50. We got 500 to go.
500
It's
to
like,
go. Yeah.
how about this weather?
Yeah. Right.
It could get a little dull. Anyway, but speaking of not getting dull, we had a story about it today, and I actually saw it over the weekend. Providence College men's basketball played Villanova over the weekend at down in Providence. Some of the students got a little out of hand. I don't know if you hear about this.
No.
Oh yeah, they were throwing their empty beer cans around, and some of them ended up on the floor. Now I don't know if you've been out to the Amica Mutual Pavilion lately.
Not since it has a new name.
All right. Ed, I don't know if you're aware of this. You cannot buy, in terms of beer, you cannot buy one beer.
Okay.
And when I talk about one beer is 12 ounces. They don't sell it like that. You have to, and there's no draft. Everything's in a can. Everything is sold in 24-ounce cans.
Okay.
You cannot buy one. You have to buy two. It's the way it's packaged, and it's the way it's priced. So you're looking at $16, like for to buy one can. And I can understand what they're trying to do. I think is maybe if you just buy one can, that'll be enough, and you won't buy any more. But I think it's backfiring, especially with the college crowd. The 21s, the 22, and the 23-year-olds, they're going to try to buy as many as you
You're
can.
gonna buy two, and they're 24 ounce each.
No, you don't have to buy two.
Oh.
In fact, I think there is a cutoff. You can only buy 2 cans at a time.
Oh, okay.
At a
But
time.
Yes, but each can is 24 ounces.
All right. So you're buying one is like you're buying two.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
In the hopes that you'll only have 1 can per game.
It's a long game.
It's a long game. There's halftime to consider. So, but I'm watching it. I'm watching the game on TV, and you could see, they just pull back from the court and look at the crowd, and you could actually see them flying back and forth. I'm like, something's happening in the stands, or the crowd's just getting rowdy for whatever reason. Now, credit to the broadcasters who didn't say anything, and they kind of, they try to cut away and not show you what was going on. They're the kids that and they might not even be kids, but you see them at NBA games. They go and they wipe down the court with towels. This is usually where they fall to the floor.
Right, so-
They try to wipe up the sweat, so no one slips. Well, they're out there sopping up beer. But it got so bad that cans were making it onto the floor, so beer was spilling out. That the referees went to, and they know it's Providence College. They went to Providence College and say if they don't stop, technical foul on PC, which means the other team goes to the line to shoot free. They're going to get free points.
Yeah.
So the AD of Providence College got on the public address and they yelled, "Hey, knock it off. We know what you're doing. Cut it out. If you don't, we're going to get a technical foul. And we don't want to, it was a close game at the time.
Yeah.
We don't need to give them extra points. We're winning at this point, up by like 5. We don't need to give them this." And so it did calm down. And of course they always say, well, it's just a few. It's always just a few bad apples that
Of course
are
it
doing
is,
it.
Yeah.
And why they think that, hey, this is a good idea to start, I don't know. I don't know if they were trying
So
to make
it's 24 ounces of beer times 2.
it times 2, times 3.
3 and 4. Yeah.
Saying, hey, let's throw this. I don't know if they were trying to make it onto the floor. I know quite of the press were complaining because they were getting hit by the can. So I don't know if they were just throwing them at the press. Luckily enough, the 2 teams were on the other side of the court, so they weren't targeted. So that's good. So I don't know what the thinking was of hey, this is a good idea.
No, especially
Let's
if they
start
were,
throwing
you
these
know,
things.
Makes no sense.
No, I know they were happy. They were exuberant that they were winning. It looks like they were starting to pull away. It looks like they were going to
Yeah.
win, but the game was still close at the time. So I don't know. And you always say, well, the easy thing is, well, no beer sales during the college basketball games. Well, I don't think the AMP is going to be too happy with that. Look
No,
all the
because
money
that's how
they'll
they
lose
make
out on.
money.
Yeah.
They make money.
Yeah, we sell popcorn and we sell soda, but look at our beer sales,
Well, I'm sure.
who are
I'm
pretty
sure.
pretty high. But you didn't know that you could only buy
No,
24
no,
ounces at a
no,
time.
No.
So, what if you don't want that much beer? Well, you just.
Right.
I think the last time I was there was a Providence Bruins game. I bought one can, and my wife and I split it.
Yeah.
We was just okay. We'll just pass it back and forth.
Well, you know,
This will be enough for the both of us for the whole game.
it's amazing, you know, because that's very expensive. And, you know, these are, well, not all college kids, but
Yeah.
the teams are always well represented.
Yes,
They really are. And PC is like a village there, you know.
and it's always sold out.
They're always sold out because they're, you know, they're
They're
good.
doing so well.
They're doing so well. But it's always amazing to me that kids that are in college have that kind of free money, you know, spending money to spend that much
on
money
that.
on a beer,
Yeah.
you know, because the price of college right now is like, whoa.
Well, maybe mom and dad are paying for
Perhaps,
college,
perhaps.
and they got a job on the side,
Yeah,
and they say, "Oh, I do
maybe.
have extra cash to bring
Yeah.
to the game." So,
Yeah.
oh well, we'll see if things get better. PC, I think, has got like 4 more games, maybe 2 are at home.
They're ranked now, right?
They're 20th. They with the last win, they moved up to
20th?
20th in the
Yeah.
country. So, all right, Ed, it's time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group, and then we'll take a break on Coffee and.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group, 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Telephone number is 765-8880. And if you're looking for an investment firm that puts you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Woonsocket, and we've been in business since 1987, so you don't have to go out of town for an experienced advisor or work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where, probably someone you're never going to meet. And we encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like. Why? Because we like to do business the old-fashioned way. We want to get to know you on a more personal basis so that we're more attuned to your financial needs. So if you're interested in speaking with us for a free no obligation consultation, find out more about how we'll invest your money, you could call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Thanks, Ed. Coffee and program will continue. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240.
Hi, I'm Kathleen LaValle at The Honey Shop. Check out our Facebook page at The Honey Shop RI, and there you'll see a whole list of our new classes and lots of fun things to do. You could join us for making limoncello or maybe Zapolas right before St. Joseph's Day, Easter breads, pizzas, pasta making, cheese making, so many fun things to do and learn.
Thanks, Kathy. Folks, if you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts at Park Square in Woonsocket.
The Coffee and panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
ON, AM, and FM.
All right, it is Coffee and here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here, along with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And my name is Joe Callahan. Thanks for joining us this morning. Ed stepped out of the room. I want to get his opinion on this thing going in. But I don't know what is going on, Linda, in the state of Ohio. They had yet another explosion at a manufacturing plant.
I know.
This is like the third one.
I know.
And it's almost like there's some kind of bizarre attack is going on things in Ohio. Plus, they had the train derailment,
Train derailment.
and
was
then
terrible.
and then I don't know. I saw it early this morning. It is the mayor of East Palestine, Ohio, which is where the majority of that toxic thing took place. And when he was told that the president on President's Day went to the Ukraine.
Yeah.
and hasn't even really acknowledged what's happened in Ohio,
Right.
and is not there. And he's just, boy, what a slap in the face to
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
that he's there
Yeah.
giving money to the Ukraine people because we're paying their pensions.
Yeah. Are we? I
Yes.
didn't know we were paying their pension.
We're paying their pensions and like their 401ks.
Yeah.
And when there's a real disaster
Yeah.
happening in the U.S.
Right.
in that state.
And I told you earlier when we were talking about that, that is a real disaster because there's nobody that's going to make me believe that those toxic chemicals didn't get into the groundwater.
Look at all the
and
fish that have
The
died.
fish that have died.
Look at the birds that have died.
It's going to be like, it is a disaster. And probably those folks that are living there won't know some of the results of that
Oh,
for
years.
years to come.
Yeah.
It's,
So, Ed, we're just talking about there was yet another explosion at a manufacturing plant in Ohio
Yeah.
yesterday, and we mentioned about the mayor of East Palestine, Ohio, when told that the president of the United States would not be coming there, that he's spending President's Day in Poland and the Ukraine. He's like, boy, what a slap in the face to us. Because we could really use the help. I don't even know if Biden has acknowledged it.
I haven't heard him speak. I mean, the people in Ukraine, it's really important, I think, that we support them. It is. But, the length that they went to bring him there
Yeah.
was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. But, no, I really feel bad for those people in
Yes.
that area with that.
And now we just had it on the news, the people of Cincinnati, because things are starting to filter around.
Sure.
Hey, stuff's happening here.
Yeah.
And then I heard yesterday it had been moved up into Canada. And
That's this is a big disaster, really.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, many times they move those chemicals, those
Yeah.
toxic, chemicals and such, in the middle of the night, usually.
yeah, so
They
no one
usually
notices.
move them in the middle of the night, it's
And,
pretty alarming.
yeah.
And they said there was another derailment by that same company, and the CEO went there to say, "We're sorry, whoops." What
Have you seen a picture of what the train tracks look like there?
Yes. Yeah.
They're not even straight.
No, they're yeah.
They're zigzags.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
And Ed, have you heard this? Any of this that we're sending money over to the Ukraine so we can pay for the pensions of the people there?
No, I haven't heard that.
That one I
Okay.
hadn't heard.
No.
I thought we were just
pay
doing
for the
military and
pensions?
humanitarian
Yeah,
aid.
we're sent because they're out of work or whatever. We gotta give them money to live on. And
I hadn't heard that.
no, okay. I can't do I say any more on that. I thought that's what I heard that he was doing. I also saw something else or heard something else on the internet, but I can't repeat it what Biden said but I don't know if it's really him. And you say it you see. Oh, I saw it on the internet. It must be true. I don't know.
No. Yeah.
There he was speaking, and then they say, oh, he's caught on a hot mic saying this. I go, well, was he really? I don't know, kind of thing. So can't really go there. But they were, Pete Buttigieg, the director of transportation, he's been criticized about at least not go to Ohio and look around and see what's going on, and especially with the trains. And all he kept saying, "Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, no, it's
everything's
not."
wonderful. Things are blowing up in that state. We don't know why.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe we do why. They won't tell us why.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You following any of this, Ed?
Nope.
No? Okay. I wish I knew what manufacturing plants they were, because all I can think of is, like with the baby food shortage, and I hear there's still a baby food shortage, formula and
Well,
stuff.
they just recalled some more baby food,
Oh.
another brand.
I'm waiting to see what kind of shortage we'll have now
Yeah.
because of whatever just caught on fire lately. So, and that's the other criticism, Ben, is I haven't heard about it. It's because mainstream media isn't covering it, and we're like, well, why
Yeah.
are they not over there in Ohio looking at these things blowing up and like that? And everyone's just shrugging. I don't know.
Well,
And they said, and then FEMA was supposed to go there, but it was announced FEMA was going there like the day after Donald Trump said, "I'm going there to see what's going on. It's funny. He's using it obviously as a campaign
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to go tell the people, boy, if I was president, you wouldn't be going through all this.
That's
Vote
a
for
little bit
me, kind of thing.
Exploitation of
Of-
a bad
well,
situation.
course
you
it
know,
is.
That's kind of
But
bad.
and he said, "Oh, gee, FEMA's coming here." After I said, "I'm coming here." How about that?
Yeah, they keep politics out of it and just.
You can't keep
Yeah,
politics
I
out
know.
of it.
I know. But we should.
All right, so just try to keep track. There are things going on in Ohio. Dead fish, dead birds. The snow is melting, and it's all different colors. They're saying
Did you see the oil slicks in the water?
yes.
Yeah.
So there's a real natural.
I think it's in the groundwater. I'm no expert.
There's a real
but
environmental issues.
It is.
Going on there, and
It is.
and I wonder how long it's going to take to seep out to the rest of the rest of us. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. And I don't play one on TV. Although I did see it rain yesterday, and it seemed like it was leaving black water on my car. I'm like, this is odd. I don't know if it's because the car is silver.
Acid rain.
It could be acid rain. So yeah, I don't know. All right. On another note, there is a bill in the Rhode Island Senate. Rhode Island legislature, I should say. It was introduced by a state rep from Providence by the name of Enrique Sanchez. We brought this up, I think, at the end of last week, but he wants to create a state holiday, Massachusetts, in Rhode Island, and he wants it to be a Muslim holiday. He thinks the last day of Ramadan should be a holiday for state employees. So when things like this pop up, I think, okay, what is it? Does Mr. Sanchez here, does he represent a large number of Muslims in the state of Providence, in city of Providence, I should say, and therefore they've asked for this, and he's just putting it in, or is he doing it to say, well, I put it in, let's say it fails right now, and he can always go back to his constituents and say, well, I tried, I did what you asked, I put it in, didn't go anywhere. Sorry about that. I'll try putting it in again. Still don't think it won't go anywhere. So I don't know. Sanchez goes on to say Christmas is a state holiday because so many people celebrate it, and the Muslims deserve a holy day as well. But I remember when I was growing up in school, there weren't that many Muslims, but yes, a lot of Christians. We also had a few Jewish kids I was going to school with, and when their religious holidays came up, they just stayed out of school.
Yeah.
It was the high holidays, or it was whatever
Well,
it was,
State,
and they
yeah.
took the day. They took the day out of school.
Yeah. State employees don't get Hanukkah off.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Many school systems. I know this system. My grandkids lived in Southborough, Massachusetts, and they had no school on the Jewish holidays, holy day. I shouldn't say holiday, holy days.
Yeah.
So they always had those days off in school, but I don't think the state employees have it off.
No, and that's what he's.
I don't know about Massachusetts, but I know in Rhode Island they don't.
I don't know.
In September. No, I can't. It doesn't have it on my calendar. There is a Muslim holiday in September. I don't think it's Ramadan. It's something else. And my daughter gets that day off from school. I wish I could remember. Yeah.
Huh.
But I don't know if that's something that's just worked into the teacher's contract. Yeah, we want another day off. So I don't know. I don't know how much traction this will get, making it a state holiday.
Yeah.
As I've tried to, I think I've explained it to my wife. There's your major holidays, and then there's your little holidays. President's Day was a little holiday. We just had it.
I know. Sad.
This will just be another little holiday, and that okay, we can say it's a holiday, and state employees get it off. Federal employees have to work. School's depends on when they have it. School will be in session.
Schools used to have Lincoln
And
George
Washington.
Washington's birthday off. Yeah.
I enjoyed that when I was in
Yeah.
school.
When my kids were going to school, we had those days off.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of companies decide which holidays they will
Well, I was
have paid
talking.
holidays.
Well, look, yesterday was President's Day, federal holiday. City Woonsocket was open. City Hall was open. Library was open.
See, North Smithfield was closed yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
And I asked around, and they said, "Well, it's part of the deal. We really want the day after Thanksgiving off. That's not a holiday,
No.
but we want that day off. Well, so in order to have that day off, we work on President's Day.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. People, I think that holidays off in the real world, not in state jobs,
Yeah.
but in the real world, are decided by the employer.
Yeah,
Like even like at Aging Well, these are the holidays that are paid holidays.
and yeah, Christmas is a state holiday, but it's a secular holiday too.
It
as,
is,
as well as
yeah.
as well as a Christian holiday. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a Christian holiday and holy day. It's a Christian holy day.
yes,
And and a big holiday, but I think it's become more than a Christian holy day.
oh yeah,
It has become much more than a Christian.
much more of a
holy-
secular
more of a
holiday.
secular day.
And we want
Yeah.
time off in
And-
December.
And the schools,
And the schools want the time off.
Well, not only the schools, but retail and everybody else. Yeah.
Ed, do you remember when they used to call it? It was Christmas break.
Yeah.
They don't call it Christmas break anymore.
What do they call it now?
Winter break.
Winter break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as not to offend anybody.
Well, I mean, and so many, and that's why I was so happy, when I went, they have the concerts at Christmas, and they're all holiday concerts. In North Smithfield, it was Christmas. It was a Christmas concert, and they actually sang Christmas songs.
Wow.
And said, but they also had Hanukkah, so they did. They
Okay.
had Hanukkah, and but, yeah, say it like it is, Christmas.
All right. Well, we'll see if this bill goes anywhere in the state legislature
Yeah,
to make the
I-
last day
I
of
would-
Ramadan a state
Yeah,
holiday.
maybe he's just trying to. Who was telling me that some of these bills, I don't know if he's a freshman.
Doesn't say.
Or if he's an experienced person, but they all try to get bills in, whether they'll get support or not,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Makes it look like they're working.
They're doing something.
I'm doing
exactly.
something. I've submitted it.
And maybe you're right. Maybe his constituency is
They look
a
for that.
big Muslim population, and good for him then.
All right. Yeah.
He's
Listening
trying
to his
He's
constituents.
trying to, represent them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time for the weather forecast here on ON Radio, here in the Coffee and program, being brought to you by Unbound.org. Looks like we got snow.
Rain and snow mix in the early part of today, changing to wall rain later on. Cloudy with a high of 39. Tonight, rain mainly before midnight. Overnight low of 29, 80% chance of rain. New precipitation amount overnight, only 1/10 of an inch. Wednesday's weather increasingly cloudy with a high of 43. Wednesday night, rain 100% chance. Light and variable winds. New snow accumulation of 1/2 inch on Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday's weather, rain, mainly before 3 p.m., high of 35 with a northeast wind. Friday, mostly sunny and a high of 40. Saturday, sunshine and 26 for a high. Sunday, a 40% chance of some rain and snow, partly sunny and 40.
And currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. We've got cloudy skies and it's snowing. We have 37 degrees. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change the world, and it will change your own. Unbound.org.
Hi, this is Steve Peluso, owner of Peluso Precision Automotive in Mendon. Since 2017, Peluso Precision Automotive has been your destination for auto care, transmissions, and general classic car repair. I've had a passion for classic cars since I was born, and I started hanging around a gas station when I was 7 years old. Plus, I have more than 40 years of experience repairing the classics. So if you have a 53 Bel Air, or a 67 Mustang, or a 71 Dodge, and it needs servicing, bring it to Peluso Precision Automotive, 93 Blackstone Street in Mendon. Peluso Precision Automotive is your vintage car specialist, so give us a call at 508-478-8900. And remember the number, it's 508-478-8900.
The perfect gift for any occasion is flowers. It shows the recipient you really care. Belo's Flowers on Diamond Hill Road has the selection of flowers and plants you're looking for. So if you have an occasion coming up, like a birthday or anniversary, or maybe someone you know, unfortunately, is recovering from an illness or an accident, Flowers will brighten their day. They handle funeral arrangements too. Stop in today and see Gene, Stash, and Ralph at Belo's Flowers, 665 Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket. They can help you find the perfect flowers at Belo's.
Lou Mandeville here to tell you the only place to get your local high school and college scores, as well as the Pats, Bruins, Celtics, and Sox is on My Morning Sports Reports. And they are right here on ON 1240, Monday through Friday on the Morning Fun Show.
It is Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. This is Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And Ed,
Yes, sir.
this concerns us in Massachusetts. Our National Guard troops have been deployed. Did they go to Turkey? No. Did they go to Syria? No.
Where'd they go?
They went to Kenya.
Why?
Why?
Well-
What's happening in Kenya?
Well, it's nice this time of year. No, they're taking part in joint exercises. 20 countries participate in the exercises to increase readiness for peacekeeping missions, crisis response, and humanitarian assistance. So that's where, not all of them, obviously, but
But
a majority of them have gone to Kenya.
There's a lot of places that could use some humanitarian help right now.
All right.
Turkey and
Turkey
Syria
and Syria.
just had
Okay.
another earthquake.
They did, I
yeah.
know.
Just a little confused as to why it would be the National Guard. National Guard is a militia of the individual state.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't say what other states sent National Guards from their states, just Massachusetts is joining some other countries to do this.
I guess my point is, why isn't an Army unit sent down to participate?
Yeah, exactly.
And not a
I don't
National
know.
An
Guard
active,
state.
yeah, an active
Now, I
unit.
know you can activate the National Guard,
Yes.
but, that's not usually, I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know
It
who
just
decided
sounds-
this.
Sounds goofy to me. So it sounds like, no, I won't
And
say
it,
anything.
and it doesn't say how long they're going to be there. How long these joint exercises take place and what other countries are there with them to do this. So I'm just surprised they picked Kenya as a place to go to practice. So unless they just got a lot of room. So, okay. Back up in Massachusetts, Ed, Congresswoman, U.S. Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, does she represent Boston?
I believe so.
I think so too. Okay. Well, another one trying to make a name for themselves. Okay. She's warning that the U.S. Supreme Court may try to overturn what were once considered constitutional rights. She was on Channel 5 in Boston yesterday on a show called On the Record. And she described the court as extreme far right in that its likely issues such as same-sex marriage and contraception could be in jeopardy. I find that a little hard to believe that they're going to tell CVS to stop selling contraception. Presley wants Congress to codify them into law.
I don't know, which amendment to the Constitution gives you rights for contraceptives? Did I miss that one?
Isn't that the 18th? No, I'm
I
kidding.
don't know.
No, it's not.
It's not freedom of speech
No.
or assembly.
Do you see the Supreme Court as extreme far right?
No, I don't think they're extreme far right. They might be a little bit right leaning, but I don't
I
see
think
them
so.
being extreme far
Okay.
right. And their job is to
Interpret the Constitution.
interpret it in the way it was meant
Yeah.
when it was written, not in the way people would like it to say today.
Okay. All right, Linda, do you see the Supreme Court as extreme far right?
No.
No, extreme is kind of a tough word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it lean to the right? Well, yeah, with Kavanaugh getting put on. Was there somebody else after him?
Yeah, there was a
No,
woman.
there was someone else.
woman.
Yeah,
I don't
and she was
remember her name.
Trump put her on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it leans to the right now.
I agree with that, but I don't think it's extreme far right.
Okay. More stuff I saw on the internet yesterday, actually dealing with Kavanaugh. It said something about the woman that brought the accusations against him has I saw yesterday. I don't know if it's right or not. Just said she recanted the whole thing. She goes, I never met him. I'm like, wow. I wonder if this is true. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, just crazy. All right. Now, hardest working city in America. What do you think? Wallet Hub did a survey. The hardest working city in America goes to San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah, wow. Boy, you did that. They weren't even looking at each other, folks. when they said that. Really? Yeah.
Why?
Well, let's see. Anchorage, Alaska comes in second. Irving, Texas comes in third. The personal finance site looked at things like hours in the average work week and employment rate in each city. I don't know how that makes it the hardest working, but that's what they looked at, and that's what they came up with. Virginia Beach, fourth. Washington, D.C. come out five. The city that came in dead last is in New England. It is not in Rhode Island.
Really?
Yeah, another really. Yeah,
San Francisco.
yeah.
Well, I don't know how they're figuring this hardest working. You know,
I
San
don't know.
Francisco's got a lot of technology companies down there.
Yeah.
So if they're thinking about
Hours work.
hours worked, availability of jobs, maybe pay rate and stuff like that, but that doesn't necessarily make them the hardest
Yeah.
working. I think the farmers might object to that.
They might.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And I mean, I could see Anchorage, Alaska. They must have to work really hard.
Yeah,
up
well,
there
I
to
I
do
think
whatever it is they need to do.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, I know, just fighting the weather is
You know, and
trying to
you're right.
accomplish stuff.
The farmers, I bet farmers would put in more hours
Yeah.
than anybody
And-
in technology.
Irving, Texas. Oil fields in Irving, Texas?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's hard working.
That's hard work.
Virginia Beach sounds like just a fun
I was
place to go
gonna
and
say
relax.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Playing too much
retired
pickleball down there.
a lot of retired ex-military in
Okay.
Virginia Beach.
And then there's Washington, D.C.
They're hardest
Okay.
working. Well, I've got a problem with that one.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Coming in dead last, Burlington, Vermont.
Burlington, Vermont.
Yeah.
Huh?
Burlington's a wonderful city.
It's wonderful.
If you've
I
ever
like
been up there.
Burlington.
Is that where
I
Bernie
have.
lives?
I don't think he lives in Burlington.
Yeah, I like Burlington. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
I recommend going in the summertime. It is really cold up there about this time. But you're right up there by Lake Champlain.
Oh, yeah.
You're near Canada. You do have to check your politics at the door, Ed.
That's good.
It is very left wing up there, and they're proud of it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So just something to be aware of.
Oh, I thought you meant the whole town was like not political.
Oh no,
The whole,
no,
Oh,
no.
sorry.
They are.
So you were being facetious.
They are. They're just very far to the left, and they'll let you know about it.
I see.
Don't wear your MAGA hat there.
I don't have one.
Okay. I said I was going to, and my wife. I don't have one either, but my wife and son. No, not in this town.
No,
So I can't tell them I'm from the People's Republic of Middleborough.
Oh no.
There's still Trump flags up in
Are there?
Middleborough. Yeah.
With 2024 on them.
No, they
No?
still say 2020. I don't know. We just haven't taken
there
them
are some
down.
in North Smithfield that
Yeah,
say 2024.
Yeah.
Really?
A few.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a few. Yeah.
It's funny. I think we talked about it last week. How you didn't think Trump was going to get the nomination. The last polls are he's way out in front
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
besting Mike Pence and Nikki Haley. So
Haley
yeah,
too, yeah.
yes. So it's so early,
It's very.
but
Yeah.
right now he's got the lead.
That's shocking.
Like, okay.
I didn't expect that at all.
Well, up until last week, he was the only declared candidate. So
Well,
Yeah.
I would
this
think
is
he
true.
would have the lead.
Well,
you
this
know?
is true. Yes, you're right.
All right. I don't know if this is gonna make you sad or not. Are you a fan of the movie Saturday Night Fever? John Travolta.
Not really.
No?
It was not a favor of mine.
Not a biggie.
no.
Okay, Ed.
I like the music.
Okay. Well, there's a pizza place in the movie that John Travolta goes into, and as he's walking down the street, and he orders the double decker, which is 2 slices of pizza, whatever they call it. Anyway, the place is called Lenny's Pizzeria. It's a real place, and they filmed it at the real pizzeria. Lenny's closed. Yeah, that's the sad part. It's an end of an era for Lenny's. Let's see. Customers are heartbroken that Lenny's owner, Frank Giordano, is retiring. It's happening a lot. People just retire and no one wants to pick up the business.
Right.
And so, well, we're just going to close. Lines snaked around 3 blocks Sunday night with Lenny's fans showing up for a final slice of pizza.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah, for the final goodbye,
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, if you watch the movie at the beginning while they're playing Staying Alive, as he's walking down the street with the can of paint, he goes into Lenny's and orders like 2 slices that called a double decker, and then he's eating it as he's walking down the street again.
No, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I remember that.
I didn't know it was a real place.
Yeah.
I just thought, oh, they made it look like Brooklyn, and
Yeah.
we'll put a fake pizza shop here, but it's a real place, and they kept going. So they must have had pictures up on the wall of
I'm sure that was
of
very
their,
good
of their big
advertisement. Yeah.
extreme
You're right.
marketing
when
and
they, they
advertising.
close down because they retire, and if they don't have a family person that wants to pick it up, and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just sell it to a
Yeah.
real estate, they'll turn it into something else, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but it's sad, and I guess it's sad for the people there in Brooklyn that like going to Lenny's and getting their pizzas there. I guess it was good. It lasted. Look how many years it lasted.
Yeah,
That's
that
a lot of
movie's,
years.
Movie was around 77,
70 years.
77,
yeah,
78.
around 1980. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it must have been in business well before
Yeah.
then, too. So, all right. So that's closed up. Now, more of the Coffee and program coming up. You can call in your comments and questions at 766-1240. More is coming your way.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, 2 locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
With the cold weather, your home may suffer different types of losses. Frozen water pipes may burst. Water heaters may leak. Dishwasher or washing machines may flood. Ice dams that cause damage or tree branches crashing through your roof. If you've endured a catastrophic insurance loss, then you need to contact Vern Rainville, Public Insurance Adjuster. Vern works for you, not the insurance company. Vern will work with the insurance company adjuster throughout the entire process. Vern can even get the insurance company adjuster to come back to your home if need be. Vern gets paid when you get paid, so there is no money out of pocket. Vern is licensed in Rhode Island and Massachusetts and works from Manville. Contact Vern 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-484-300-8495. 1-484-300-8495. If you have a loss, call Vern for a free consultation. 1-484-300-8495. So remember, if the water pipes have burst or the water heater is leaking, call Vern Rainville, Public Insurance Adjuster, at 1-484-300-8495.
Big banks offer you everything these days. Bank from home, bank from your phone, even apply for a loan from anywhere you are. It's called Big Bank Tech, and it's pretty cool. Did you know you don't have to go to a big bank to be pretty cool? Navigant Credit Union offers their members all the big bank tech without the big bank. And if you want to come into a branch to see us, we'll make you feel like you own the place, because you do. We think that's pretty cool, too. Navigant Credit Union, member NCUA.
You can depend on us for public service. ON Radio.
It is Coffee In on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow, Ed Carew, and we would talk about this off the air. Sad situation down in Florida. A woman has been killed after she was attacked by an alligator in St. Lucie County, which actually in the city of Fort Pierce. Florida Fish and Wildlife say 85-year-old woman walking her dog near a pond when a 10-foot Yikes! 10 feet.
It's huge. I saw
10-foot gator sprang from the water and grabbed the dog. Oh, we are going after the dog because it's
Yeah.
smaller. The woman tried to save the dog, and so the gator bit her. And she died at the scene, but the dog survived. And now the sheriff's office says the trappers have caught the gator. I don't know how they know it's that specific gator, but okay. And it's, not only is it 10 feet long, it weighs over 600 pounds.
I saw the picture.
You
It's
can't fight
huge.
this thing off.
No, it's huge. I saw the picture of it.
The woman so far has not been identified.
Yeah.
So, you'd say, oh, well, be careful. Well, she was being careful. She's
Yeah,
just out for a
she's
walk.
yeah.
And she's trying to protect her dog. There was another one I saw where a man was killed by a shark off the coast of South Africa. They were surfing or scuba diving or whatever they were doing. The shark just came along and took a bite out of you. And I think it took out a bite out of this guy a few times. They took a bite. That's not a seal. And then we went back again.
Let me check.
We'll try it again.
Yeah.
That's still not a seal. But, they take out really good size chunks, and he passed away from that. And it's, wow. Too bad about this woman. I guess, I thought the gator might have, dragged her into the water, which is what gators like to do. And they do the death roll. And they roll you around till you drown. But I guess not. They just, because she said she died at the scene.
At the scene.
So she's by the edge of the the pond. Of course, she's 85, so a bite of any real significance is probably gonna, and the shock of getting bit by an alligator too might have had a little something to do with it as well. So
they're so huge that you think that they can't move quickly.
they can run
But
pretty
they run
fast.
very fast.
Very
They
fast,
really
and they
do.
swim really fast in the water
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But they only show you them plodding along on
Yeah,
the
right.
ground
They look-
because
they
they're
look
not
big
chasing
and-
anything,
no,
so they go
look
slow.
Big and clumsy, that.
But no, if they want to run,
Yeah.
they'll catch up to you.
Yeah, and obviously they did. So sad.
Yeah. All right. How about this story out of Florida? It's one of those things where I'm going to go with the substitute teacher should have known better. All right. A viral video appears is having consequences for a teacher in Jacksonville, Florida. Mandarin Middle School substitute teacher Brian Covey has been fired after he posted a video online last month that showed empty bookshelves in the school's library. I don't know why he's doing this, to show that, hey, we actually don't have any, or, I don't know. The video got millions of views, but the district says it was a misrepresentation and it violated their social media and cell phone policies. No filming inside the school, maybe. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis also said the video was a fake narrative. 39-year-old Covey says he was fired last week. He tells the Washington Post he was never told not to record videos in the library, and he never heard anything until the governor, in Covey's words, kind of blew it up. So that defense of, well, I wasn't told I couldn't steal from the library, things you should know that you shouldn't do. Why are you filming this? Why are you posting it? I don't know. What's the point you're trying to make here? We never get that part of the story.
No, well, he was probably, thinking, look at your tax dollars at work here.
Nothing?
Empty shelf, no books on the library shelves.
Yeah, we can't afford to buy new books.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And
Yeah.
the old ones have fallen apart, or
Yeah.
they have been taken out, but we don't have enough for everybody. Look,
Right.
we got kids in the school. We got empty shelves.
Yeah. Probably that was his.
Maybe,
You got another take on it, Ed?
Well, I don't think a school library needs all the books it used to with everything on the internet and every
Okay.
kid having a laptop and stuff like that. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wish we had it of the reasoning. Okay, why are you filming this? And we don't get that side of it. But he's been let go, which is too bad because there's a real shortage of substitute teachers.
Shortage
Or
of teachers in general.
shortage of
They-
teachers in general.
They're all
And-
leaving.
Yeah, and so there's one less one in Jacksonville. All right.
Isn't Jacksonville the biggest city in the United States?
In terms of population or just size?
Area,
Is it?
I think.
I didn't know that.
I'm not sure if I know that.
Ed's always right, Linda, so
Well, I don't
let's
know,
go with that.
This will
He
go
is.
with.
No, geography's not your strong suit.
This goes with the useless information.
All right. Okay. You probably heard it somewhere, and you're like, yeah, that's got to be right. So, okay. All right. Keeping it in Florida, all the fun stuff happens in Florida. Down in Miami, an unborn baby is at the center of a legal dispute in Miami-Dade County, Florida. Natalia Harrell is pregnant, but also in prison. And a lawyer for her, there's a lawyer for her, and there's a lawyer for the unborn baby. The lawyer for the unborn baby filed a petition last week to get the child released from jail. He says the unborn child is a person under the Florida Constitution and has not been charged with a crime and is being deprived of liberty without due process. I wish it said how far along the pregnancy is, and it doesn't. There's no word on when the issue might be resolved. The 24-year-old Harrell is charged with second-degree murder for shooting a woman to death last summer. So, she's not the only woman that's in prison and pregnant. Once the baby is born, do the kids go to family members, or does the child stay in the prison with the mom?
I doubt that.
I would doubt that too. But if you're the mom, don't you want to, hang on to your baby for as long as you can?
Yeah, I don't know.
Got
but
Linda stumped.
I know. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
If that baby can be released without,
Well,
let that baby
but
be released to the custody of grandparents or something.
or somebody.
Like that,
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It will be released
Yeah.
once it's born.
Right. Well, I would think that, they'd probably leave the baby. I mean, I don't think she's going to be in a prison cell having that baby.
No, they get to go to a medical
Yeah, I would think
situation.
they could take her to a medical
Place.
hospital
Yeah.
and, probably.
But is the lawyer for the baby? It sounds like the lawyer for the baby is saying that the child needs to be released from prison
now.
right now.
Sure, if you can.
And
do
what
that.
are you? Is she 4 months along? And if we do it right now, the
Yeah.
baby's going to die.
Yeah.
Or are they saying the child should be released, so let's release the mom and the child
that's
right
what
now?
He's trying,
I'm
that's
sure
what they're
that's what he's trying to do.
That's what they're
Yeah.
trying to do.
All right.
Sure, that's what they're trying to
And then when the child's born,
Yeah.
mom comes back to jail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great plan.
Yeah. No, that,
Don't worry, I'll be back.
and I'm sure
Take my word for it.
I'm sure they're trying to test the lay of the land there to see if they can't make this happen and set a precedent too.
Yeah.
Probably it's been tried before too.
Well, if the Florida justice system is anything like the other justice systems around the country, if we just drag our feet and drag our feet and drag our feet, the baby will be born, and we won't have to make a decision on
That's
this.
right, exactly.
We'll just keep putting it off. We'll let's rule on this around Christmas time,
Right.
and then we'll be all set. We don't have to actually make a decision. I should have been a judge.
There you go.
All right. All right. Let's keep it taking it away from Florida up to New Jersey. There are there are facilities, indoor water parks that run year round. Well, they had an issue at one in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Several people are recovering from minor injuries after a large decoration crashed into the pool at DreamWorks Water Park at the American Dream Mega Mall in East Rutherford. A decorative helicopter suspended from the ceiling of the water park came crashing down into the pool on Sunday. 4 people were injured in the incident, including one who had to be taken to the hospital. But all are expected to be okay. Now, it is decorative, so you got to figure it's made out of cardboard or something. It's not metal. But it's still crashing down on you, and you probably didn't see it coming. Makes you wonder, how did it crash? What let it go? What happened?
There will be lawsuits.
And there will be lawsuits.
There will be lawsuits, guaranteed.
You get this. You get to sue the mall. You get to sue the water park.
Yeah.
Let's see. The manufacturer of the helicopter.
Deepest pockets.
The manufacturer of the of whoever's not whoever, but the company that suspended, like whoever made the wires. Let's sue them. Who else can we go after?
Anybody that designed the
Whoever hung it up.
hung it up. Yeah.
Personal liability.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's lots to go after right here, and most of them will get thrown out, but a few of them will. Yep, settle. Yep, settle. Yep, settle. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. You're all set. We're all done. Please go away. Before we got to go, and we had the story about Wallet Hub ranking the hardest working cities. Ed, Wallet Hub is a personal finance website. Have you ever looked at Wallet Hub? We see a lot of surveys come out of this site. Are they good? Are they not good? Do you have no opinion on them?
No idea. There's so many of those things. I don't.
Yeah.
It's not
Worth
I'm
looking into them all.
interested in. You know.
Okay, just wondering if you ever take a look and whether or not they're any good or not. So,
Well, they got Washington D.C. as one of the hardest working cities.
so that should tell you something. I forget the other one. We get these.
You know, it's amazing to me,
What?
these surveys that they do.
Yeah.
Who decides that people want to know where the hardest working
I don't know.
cities are anyway?
It's like, who cares?
Bingo,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Who cares?
So you can always be. I'm so proud of. I live in the. If you're in San Francisco, I live in the hardest working city. Well, who decided that?
Really?
Well, these 5 people over here at Wallet Hub.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
And isn't that where they have a lot of homeless people too?
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. And it's expensive to live there.
Yeah.
so how?
Big
Yeah.
time.
No,
Real
but I
expensive.
mean, if there's so many homeless people, how can it be the
Hardest working, yeah.
city?
They'll say it has to do with the earnings that the people
Well, yeah,
have,
but
and, you know.
Yeah.
How about those? You know,
Well,
they're not working.
They're not working, but they may not be on the unemployment rolls anymore.
Well,
That's
that's
right.
true.
So
Exactly.
unemployment is low.
Right. Yeah.
So it looks good on paper.
Yeah. Bingo. That's what I mean about these surveys.
Yeah, yeah.
What-
cares?
There's Wallet Hub and there's the other one with nerd in the title.
Nerd Wallet.
It could be Nerd Wallet.
Nerd,
that's
yes,
another
yes,
one.
yes,
they
yes,
do
I've-
they do a lot
They
of
do it
surveys
with
too.
they do it with credit cards. I
Credit.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw, and they're going to tell you
What's the best?
best. Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
listen to those guys,
Yeah.
your credit rating is going to go way down. Because
Really?
They're trying to get you to switch from this card
To
to this
that
card
Yeah,
to
to
this
this card.
card
Yeah.
because this card's got a better rate. This card's is going to give you 0% for 2 years. This card is going to do this, and this card. And every time that you apply for a new card, you
card.
get a hard check against your
Yeah.
credit
That's
rating,
right.
and your credit
Keeps
rating
dropping.
goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pay attention to Nerd Wallet at your own risk.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Advice,
exactly.
advice from Ed. There you go.
Don't believe everything is here.
All right, we got to run. Thanks for listening in, everyone. Always appreciated. Ed Crew, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
All right, Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in as well.
Always a pleasure.
Enjoy the snow and drive safely.
Absolutely.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Stay tuned for Gary Smith of the Crew. Do you remember coming your way at 9:30 here on ON AM and FM?
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
Hi, this is Council Vice President Valerie Gonzalez reporting on the highlights of the council meeting held at Harris Hall on Monday, February 20th. Under unfinished business, the City of Woonsocket allowed the transfer of an abandoned section of Cross Street to TMC Key West LLC.